Lord that He is the King, can you just bow down before Him? Can you? And will you? That is totally up to you. However you want to see it, however you want to feel it. But anyway, since we didn't get any prayer requests, I'm going to go ahead and pray. Just because we did get prayer requests doesn't mean that we shouldn't pray. So let's go to the Lord and pray. Holy gracious Father, Lord, I come to your throne, Lord. Lord, help us to open up our hearts tonight, Lord, for whatever message that you are about to deliver. Hopefully we can take it in. Hopefully we're not open it halfway. Hopefully we can open it all and to be able to receive your word. Help us to not just be dearly reminders and let it just us just to be a hearer of your word. As it calls out in your word, Lord, to be doers. And that's what we should be able to do. Because every message that I heard, Lord, or even to, preach on, I like taking it into my heart and applying it to my life, applying it to areas, and hopefully others can too. Because there's some sermons I hear that are just about the same, and I could let it be a simple reminder, Lord, to myself. But no, because that means you might be speaking to me, Lord, and you're trying to get my attention, and hopefully you can start doing with all of us here. So hopefully we're opening up our hearts to you, Lord. I do ask Holy Gracious name. Amen and amen. I'm your boy, Hylian Hufflepuff. Or, if y'all want to call it, Hylian Hufflepuff. Because, I poof. You saw me on the screen, I poof here. I poof. I don't know if that made any sense. Your legs, we'll definitely be praying for that after the service. I didn't see it till then, so my bad. I apologize. I heard this sermon a little whiles back. And this sermon meant a lot on me, and I had to look up the term as well. And I had to do research and listen to other sermons on this specific topic. I know some preachers or teachers may say stuff about it, but to me, I feel like it's a lot to really think about. And you're probably thinking, what is it, Hylian? Speak up! A lukewarm Christian. And you probably heard that term before. You probably at least heard of it. I know I heard it throughout my life on Discord, actually. I remember being part of a Christian Discord server. And this was like years ago. Keep this in mind. This was like years ago. And I heard him. He's talking about lukewarm and start saying like there was a rule in the server. Like there was a legit rule in that Christian server saying like if you're lukewarm, you can't be in the server. And and when this message, when I was hearing this, it really spoke to me in a way. It really did. Um, because I've been sitting here examining my own life and how to apply it because there's parts of me where I kind of feel like a lukewarm Christian. I'm not perfect. I'm not. I'm really not. I don't think anyone is. Only Jesus is, but I don't think I'm perfect. Period. I mean, does it look like I'm just wearing a green t-shirt? I'm not perfect. Matthew Worm, John Worm, Mark Worm. I don't know where you're getting at right there. But like, let's say you're playing a game. We have a lot of games. We do. I have a good bit of game. I mean, there's a Steam Summer Sale going on, so you can just stop listening to me and look at the Summer Sale going, oh my gosh, the Steam games. By the way, buy the Resident Evil series. It's cheap right now. Just trust me. Buy it. Anyway, you're sitting there playing a game, and let's say there's a franchise or a single game that you love and you pour several hundreds, thousands of hours into, like for example Skyrim. I think everyone, unless you're under a hole with Patrick Starr, has not heard of Skyrim. If you haven't heard of Skyrim, I mean it's out on every console. I mean it's on Alexa, for crying out loud. You can literally play Skyrim on your Alexa. Seriously. But when you're playing games, there is certain gamers out there. There is, trust me. There's people that just want to casually play the game, just casually stuff like that. There's gamers that wants to speed run, and trust me, there usually is a summer speed run, and I think it's happening now as we speak. That they go through, they raise donations and stuff like that for people around the world, and help people. But you have a whole list of talented people speedrun the game, so that's the second type of people. And then the third person is 100%ing the game. Like, make sure to know every loot and cranny of the game, like searching every ounce of the game. And sometimes 100% is hard. And sometimes in video games, sometimes it can go over 100%. And maybe some of y'all Crash Bandicoot fans know what I'm talking about, especially that Crash Bandicoot 4. Ooh, we're not even going to talk about how to 100% that. No way, I'm not going into that. That's going to be more longer than the sermon. That's going to be longer than one I'm going to be teaching on. I'm not going to go all the ins and outs on that. But you put in all your time. You make sure that you're getting everything. You know. But sometimes when you're like casually playing a game and you're going through, let's say you just want to do main quests, you can get distracted. Ooh, this person over there. Ooh, what's that over there? Oh my gosh, that's like a tower over there. I gotta go over there. Holy crap! I know main objective. I know, I'm coming. But oh my gosh, that looks amazing and beautiful over there. I'm pretty sure we do it in video games at times, where we just hold off the main quest of whatever that is, and just focus on the side quest or focus whatever we're looking at, and go ooh, ooh, ooh. And that's this is where I'm coming at. And you probably, how are you tying this in? Well, a lukewarm means you're basically halfway in. You're half, as like some people like to say it with job, haphazard. You're haphazard doing your job. That means you're only putting half of your effort into it. So when you're casually playing a game, when you're not going for that 100% run, you're half putting into that game. You're only halfway there. And I know there's some people that like to multitask. I don't know how y'all do it, but that's on you. I don't think I could do that. That's a lot. I do have 3 screens. I do, trust me, but I can't just watch stream on here, work on stuff there, and play a video game over there. That's too much. I don't know how people do it, but cool on you. I can't. But the thing is, when you're doing all that, that means you're not fully into that Twitch stream, or you're not fully into whatever you're doing over here. You're not fully into the game that you're playing over here. You're not fully into it. You're only halfway into it. You're only halfway into it. And when it comes with God, I feel like sometimes, even in my life, I feel like I'm only halfway in. And there's like, I think there's more than 2 reasons. I remember looking it up. But I know one of them is like, God doesn't answer your prayers. Saying like, why? I'm just going to put my effort in someone else. Like, God is not answering my prayers, but this other person is. I feel like this person is actually helping me, coming along, like a counselor. He's helping me. God, what have you done for me? Nope. Out. And I feel like the other problem is sin. Because sin can literally corrupt us as a whole, as human beings. Because, like I said at the beginning, we're not perfect. We're all going to fall. We're all going to stumble. We're all going to fall short of His glory. All of us are. But the thing is that we let sin be a capture of our life. And it causes us to be a lukewarm Christian. And I even discussed this in other sermons that I did about idols. People think, oh, you have to be literally worshiping it. I have to, for this computer right here, I want to have to literally bow down. That's me worshiping. But I would disagree. I would fully disagree on that. Whatever you put in more of your effort into, that is your God. That's who you're paying attention to. That is your idol. It could be video games. Video games is not bad unless you make it more the God. It's more of how much time do you spend. It comes off of that. How much time do you spend looking at a TV screen? And how much do you spend with God? How much do you spend time on friends, a girlfriend, boyfriend, fiancés? Then how much do you spend time on God? That causes it to be a lukewarm Christian when you're half into it. I don't want to do this to my girlfriend. I don't want to be halfway in this relationship. I love my girlfriend. I love Amanda. You know, she means the world to me. She does. I love her. But if I only put half of my relationship into her, then I'm not fully into her. I'm only halfway there. I'm not fully focusing on her. My attention is not on her. Like, granted, we have things to do. We do become busy people, right? We do have busy schedules or things that we like to do. Stuff comes up. Understandable. Very understandable. But it's whatever you put your time in. It could be, like I said, video games. It could be porn. It can be money. It could be spouses. It could be so much things. I'm not going to go on with this list. You know, and that's what comes up in an idol, and that's what stirs up a lukewarm relationship. And I want to read in First Kings. This is going to be our scripture for today. Is First Kings. Um, do not get mad if I mispronounce names. Saying that now. All right, cool. If I did, so I'm gonna go with first starting in 20 to 29. And we're going to see this is the Israelites, and this is Elijah. So keep in mind of where the story is going and how does this tie in. So please, keep in mind. So Ahab sent word throughout all Israel and assembled the prophets on Mount Carmel. Elijah went before the people and said, how long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him. But the people said absolutely diddly nothing. Period. Then Elisha said to them, I am the only one of the Lord's prophets left, but Baal has 450 prophets. Get 2 bulls for us. Let Baal's prophets choose one for themselves. Let them cut into pieces, put it in the wood, but not set it fire to it. I will prepare the other bull and put it on the wood, but not set fire to it. Then you call on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord. The God who answers by fire, he is God. Then all the people, this time they didn't say nothing. This time they didn't say something. They said, what you say is good. So Elijah said to the prophets of Baal, choose one of the bulls and prepare it first. Since there is so many of you, call on the name of your God, but do not light the fire. So they took the bull given them and prepared it. Then they called on the name of Baal from morning till noon. Baal, answer us, they shouted, but there was no response. No one answered, and they danced around the altar that they had made. At noon. So from morning to noon. So this was like all morning. I don't know. I feel like my lungs would die out if I did this. If I was an Israelite, I feel like my lungs, I'd be like, I'm sorry. At noon, Elijah began to taunt them. Shout louder, be louder. He said, surely he is a God. Perhaps he is deep in thought, or busy, or traveling. Maybe he is asleep. and must be awake. So they shouted louder and slashed themselves with swords and spears as was their custom until their blood flowed. Midday passed. They continued their frantic prophesying until the day time for the evening sacrifice. But there was still no response. Still no one answered, and this time no one even paid attention. So here in this story, as we're gonna break it down here, my ear's like a little itching right now. But he was like, "Why you're waving to between opinions?" Because the Israelites was worshiping Baal, and like it says in Scripture, Baal has 450 prophets, and Elijah wanted to test them, saying like, "Hey, do this. Let's see what it does." And then said, "Shout louder." He's probably busy. He's probably getting a snack, a midnight snack. He's probably getting an oatmeal cream pie or a Star Crunch or a Swiss roll. He might be back, or he might be going on a long vacation, a long hiatus of whatever he's doing. Maybe that. And the thing is, the Israelites here went to Baal saying like, Baal's going to do it. Baal's going to do it. But there was no response. There was nothing. Another scripture that came up to mind, and it has lukewarm in it. It does have it, as you can see, I'm highlighting it. I'm highlighting lukewarm right here. It says, "So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I'm about to spit you out of my mouth." Now, I like what I'm about to say here. When you get a hot Coca-Cola, a hot Dr. Pepper, you don't want that. Let's be honest, you're crazy if you want that. I'm gonna say that right now. If you sit there and you don't drink an ice cold Dr. Pepper or have ice cubes in your drink, no way. Like no. I'm gonna put that sucker in the fridge. I like it cold. I don't like it hot. It's not that good. Trust me, I had some hot Coca-Colas. It's trust me, it's not that good. It's really not. What about milk? If you're an insane individual. If this is you, you are insane. If you like warm milk, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Warm milk. Can you think of how disgusting that is? You're probably just sitting there saying like, "Highly, I'm sitting here trying to eat. Oh, warm milk." You're gonna spit that out of your mouth. You like it cold. Why do you think milk's always in the refrigerators? Why do you think milk's are the cat? We're human beings. We're not cows. Okay, Ben? We're not cows. Do you see me go moo? No, you don't. Moo. That was probably a very bad joke. Anyway, you will spit that out. You will definitely spit that out because unless you're crazy, because to me that's disgusting, and that's how God feels about us. Neither hot nor cold. I'm about to spit you out of my mouth because you are lukewarm. Because lukewarm things are not good. Like with the Coca-Cola milk, like you like it in the refrigerator. You do. And this is where I start to examine my own life here. Because I feel like I don't pay attention to God that much in my own life. Like I do prepare for sermons. I do, listen to him. I do listen to various sermons that I listen to because on YouTube, on this platform, or Twitch, we're on Twitch right now, but YouTube as well, or any other platform, there's a lot of sermons that you can listen to. A lot. Like they're like I'm not even gonna say the number. It's too much, too much. And I do all that, but there's times where I feel like maybe I'm playing video games more than I'm paying attention to God. Or maybe I'm texting my girlfriend and talking to her more than I am talking to God. Because I honestly kind of feel that way. Because that's what relationships is. It starts to become acquaintances. You know, if you don't keep in that connection, that communication, the relationship's just going to fall apart. Period. It's going to feel like y'all are completely strangers. Like if I stop talking to my girlfriend, and let's say I only talk to my girlfriend or to anybody for only a week, that's it. Like only talk to you like maybe every Friday night, and that's it. More than likely, we're probably just acquaintances. You might not feel like a best friend. Usually, best friend, you're usually able to talk to someone every day. That is a relationship, and that is the same with God. But if we're lukewarm, we got to repair it. We got to find and look at the source of the damage. You know, like when you're playing Minecraft, everyone knows Minecraft. You know, you're building a nice house or whatever you're building, whatever it is, a farm, a house, whatever you're building. And let's say a creeper starts to show up. Let's say, ooh, that's some good stuff, and you're like, no way, you better not blow up my farm. Especially if you have a mod, a creeper mod, and when you have first creepers, and when they blow up, they first the land. Like, oh my gosh, that was terrible. I do like the cookie creepers because they blow up, they give you cookies. So I do like cookie creepers. But you start to say, oh, frick, why? And then you have to repair the damage. You have to repair what is happening when you are building whatever, like I said, like Ben said, you know, you're building a giant, slimy, giant and silly redstone machine. You know, creeper blows up, you have to repair it. You know, and sometimes it can be easy in creative mode, but still, you have to repair it. And it's the same with us. Sometimes we have to find that hole, that gap in our lives to fix. But sometimes we don't want to do that. We want to blame. We want to shift our fingers going, it's your fault. Like, I know I do this to my girlfriend. You know, I haven't done it much to her lately. But there was times where we're sitting there playing a game and I will sit there and say it's your fault. Even though I'm holding the controller and playing. I will sit there and blame her just to mess with her. But we kind of do that with God. If you really think about that, like it's your fault. It's your fault that I'm not perfect. It's your fault that you're not answering my prayers. I'm the one praying to you. I'm the one asking questions. I'm the one trying to seek the answers, but you're not giving me anything, God. You're not giving me anything. But the thing is, that's false. The connection is on us. Why? Because He's perfect. There's nothing wrong with God. When you start shifting your blame, shifting it on Him, and saying it's His fault, you're saying God has some flaws. When He doesn't. He doesn't have any flaws. He's perfect. We, on the other hand, are not. So sometimes we have to find that disconnection. You know, like maybe you're not spending enough time with Him. Maybe you're not spending enough time in His Word. Or maybe you're spending too much in sin. Maybe you're spending too much playing video games. Maybe you're too much building a slime block flying machine. Maybe you're too busy watching movies or TV shows. Maybe you're trying to binge watch an anime or something. You know, that's up to you. I don't know your life that well. But these things cause you to be lukewarm because you're halfway into it. You're not fully onto God. You're only halfway in because you have other stuff that you pay attention to. And like I said, we all get busy. We all do. Closes the anime. Crap, he knows I'm watching anime. Closes the anime tab. Immediately. I love that. But let's continue to read what happened with the Israelites and Elisha. Let's keep reading on and see what's going to happen here. So I'm going to read the next 5 verses. Then Elisha said to the people, "Come here to me." They came to him and repaired the altar of the Lord which has been torn down. Elisha took 12 stones, one for each of the tribes, descend from Jacob, to whom the word of the Lord had come, saying, "Your name shall be Israel." With the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord, and he dug a trench around it, large enough to hold 2 seahs of seeds. He arranged the wood, cut the bull into pieces, and laid it on the wood. Then he said to them, "Fill 4 large jars, four large jars with water, and pour it on the offering and on the wood." "Do it again," he said, and they did it again. "Do it a third time." So this is the third time, filling up 4 large jars, doing it again. The water rained down around the altar and even filled the trench. Now Elisha had to rebuild the altar because the Israelites tear it down. They've been doing this. I think it's 3 years that the Israelites just sit there and pray for Baal. You know, praying, and nothing happened during that 3 years. They were even shouting louder. And they think that will help. Sacrifice. Blood gushing out. They think that will help. Like, why is not Baal answering? And basically, Elijah is saying, your God basically does what a human can do. But my God is the real and true only God. So Elijah here soon is about to say, I'm about to show you what my God can do against your God. I'm about to show you, my good muscles and what my God can do. And I feel like that happens to us, especially within me. There's a prayer request, and some of it are just about the same. It is just about almost the same prayer request. And how long have I been doing this online ministry? Oh, 3 years. It reminded me of the story. To be completely honest, it really, really made me think of this online ministry. I've been praying, yet nothing happens. Sometimes I get people in, sometimes don't. Like Ben, thank you. I don't know who else is watching, but thank you, Ben. You know, like, I'm thankful for all the people that I meet. But where's the ministry right now? It's kind of dead in the water. Like, let's be honest. And people will say, "Oh, you're being too negative." I'm like, look at how active it is. Like, look at how many people show up to events, and I'm just the only one sitting in VC just by myself. And when this was happening, I was sitting there thinking this, and I was like, am I just not? It made me think. And some of y'all may have heard this of me saying this. Maybe it's something within me. Because that's another thing, part of lukewarm Christian. When God does not answer us, we kind of turn to other things. Or even, not if, but even if we get an answer that we don't like, then we turn to other things. Let's say food. I'm a picky eater, right? I'm very picky with food. You know, if you give me chicken, some nice baked chicken with mac and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy, maybe green beans, I'm good. But if it's barbecue chicken, if you decide to put that in barbecue sauce, no, 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 no. To me, I hate barbecue. I hate barbecue. So to me, I'm like, no, change it. And I feel like that's the God is the same thing with us. Like, He gives us answers that we don't want. And sometimes we get food that we don't want. Sometimes you're feeling Taco Bell and someone else saying, let's go to Popeyes. It feels like the same thing. And then we suspect our situation to change. The Israelites was suspecting to change. They were shouting louder. Elijah was like, shout louder. Go at the top of your lungs. Go for it. Let's see what your God can really do. And they suspected their situation to change. But it didn't. And look at me sitting here, throwing out ideas for this ministry, suspecting something to happen, something to change. And it's been almost the same. And it really kind of reminds me, am I doing something wrong? People will say no. And I kind of would too, but at the same time, like, I'm always trying to follow God. I'm trying to, listen to Him, hear Him out. And sometimes answers take a long time because it is on His own timing. Don't get me wrong, it is on His own timing. It's not on our timing. That's also part of a lukewarm Christian because we want stuff now. What's that commercial? What was that commercial? It's my money and I need it now. There's some of y'all old folks, maybe you know that commercial. Like, it's my money. I need it now. Not tomorrow, not 1 minute later, not an hour later, not 10 decades. Now. Now. And I feel like it's within us. Like, we're impatient human beings. And the thing is, we seek what the world has to offer. Like, we go ahead and seek, saying, like, okay, you have some weed, maybe that can help. Oh, some alcohol, some beer, I guess I can drink the pain away. Video games, I guess I can just escape from whatever is happening and put on a VR headset. Just for a little bit. But the thing is, you might be happy in that moment, and then it's only temporary. It's like buying a new game. You get so excited, so puffed up. It's going like, ooh, man, I can't wait to get this game. And then once you play it, or maybe you play it fully, you're kind of done with it. Like, you're kind of done with it. You played it. You're like, I want something new. Like, I already played this game. I don't know if I really want to play it again. Like I did. There's times I play games again. There is. But it's not a whole lot. And there's times where I'm so happy, like when Resident Evil Village came out, I was so into Resident Evil Village. So into it. Once I beat it, once I'd done like almost everything, I kind of was Resident Evil out. And that was like the last new game that I got so hyped and bought it on day one. Even though it was during finals week, I hate it. I hate that game coming out during finals week. Terrible idea. Capcom, listen to me. Terrible idea. But it's a great game. I had to wait until finals to play it, and I loved it for that time being. But the thing is, it's temporary. And I feel like that's within us. We go to things just for that temporary escape. And we're not looking at the hole, not looking at the gap to even try to repair the relationship. Maybe spending time with Him. Maybe how about this? We have Bible studies in our Discord. Here, I'm going to show it up real quick like. Let me show you. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you something right now. Give me a minute. Bible studies right now. See, these are Bible studies that we offer within our Discord server. We have several options and opportunities as well. We have several books, like if you want to go to the book of Ruth, Colossians, Philippians, Ephesians, or other things. I give you options, and you can be part of these Bible studies. You can come to them if you want to improve your relationship with God. If you want to, we offer that. There's various sermons online. There's churches. I know they, coronavirus mess everything up. But there's churches that stream on Facebook even. With all them, doing a live stream because, COVID happened. it released on the world, and they had to figure out, okay, how can we do this? We don't know the internet because we're too old. Like they're not trying to be mean or rude when saying that, but you know, it's kind of hard to adapt to new things because you don't understand it or quite, understand it. But the thing that we offer that here, if you want to, we have several events that you come in within the community, to grow, to have fun. Like we have several events, like for example, tonight. We have another event tonight. And what is that? That's our movie night. To come in, chill, have some popcorn, and stuff to like to connect with each other. Even make an accountability buddy, accountability partner that looks after you, saying like, hey, I'm going through this temptation. I feel so tempted right now. Can you please help me? And I'm pretty sure that person will be there for you. I am here as well. And that's up to you. That's up to you. That is really up to you. Because I'm sitting here examining my own heart. Even though I added a fence, even though I changed things around, even though we have some new stuff coming up, I still feel like we're in the same spot. And it kind of made me feel like, am I the Israelites? Am I actually praying and worshiping to a false God? You know, because you can't be halfway doing it. Like jobs. When you get hired, when you apply for a job and you get hired, they expect you to do a good job. If you haphazard your job, how would that do? How would that work out for you? Probably not good. You're probably gonna get fired on the spot. They're gonna be like, why are you doing this? I told you to do this, and you didn't do it right. And I'm trying to give you a new job, a simple job for you to do, and you still can't do that right because you're only halfway in. And there's jobs out there that we may not enjoy, and we're like halfway in it. Why? Because we don't like it, or we may feel miserable. That's lukewarm. When you put your all into it, like like everything you have into it, like I said, with 100% a game, when you're 100%, you're putting all your effort into that game to be able to explore all the goodies, look at all the things that it has to offer. Breath of the Wild even. I remember playing that game, looking for all, I think there was like 900 Korok seeds, about 140 shrines. That's a lot. Same with Skyrim, those big games. It's a lot to explore everything. But when you put your all into it, you're like really into the game. Like when the story really gets to you, whatever game that is, you're like really investing and putting your time into it. And that's what we have to do with God. Let's read it and see what happens after that. We stop up with 35, so let's keep on reading and see what happens here. At the time of sacrifice, the prophet Elijah stepped forward and prayed. Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you are God in Israel, and that I am your servant, and have done all these things as you command. Answer me, Lord, answer me, so these people will know that you, Lord, are God, and that you are turning their hearts back again. Then the fire of the Lord fell and burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the soil, and also licked up the water in the trench. When all the people saw this, they go, holy crap, you must be pulling some kind of magic. What kind of wizard are you? Are you Harry Potter? No, they didn't say that. They cried to the Lord, He is God, He is God. Trust me, they didn't go say, you're a wizard, Howie. Trust me, they didn't do that. But, they were shocked, they were astounded, saying like something actually happened. And that, like I said, Elisha was sitting here trying to show you, let me show you what my God can do. The Israelites, finally realizes what they've been doing wrong for a very, very long time. And they start getting back on the right step, getting on the right path. They started to shift their focus. They start worshiping the one true God again. And that's what we should be doing. Sometimes we do need a reshift. Sometimes we do need to do that. It's always good to have reminders. It is. Like I said with my prayer before even starting the sermon, there's nothing wrong with reminders. But when it becomes a reminder for too long, it may be God trying to ask you something. Maybe it is. Maybe, just maybe. Just maybe. And you may be asking yourself, what is my plan? What is my purpose? What does He want to do within me? He's not answering my prayers. I've been praying. You could be like the Israelites, praying for 3 years and nothing. And I feel like you have to be all in. You can't sit there and negotiate with God saying, like, that's out of my comfort zone. I can't go over there. I like it here. I like it in my state. I don't want to move. You know, I don't think I would like Florida. I mean, I like it here. I'm comfortable here. God, I can't. I have something going on at this time. I can't. I can't. Do you see how busy my schedule is, God? I have this at this time. But thing is, God's plan is not negotiable. You can't sit there and try to weasel out and look at look for that fine print, try to look for that wormhole to be able to get to see the plan through. You know, People often do that. When you look at contracts, you're trying to find, you know, a way around it. You're sitting there saying like, look what it says here in fine print. You know, Stuff like that. But God is not negotiable, and that causes you to be lukewarm because maybe your effort is just not in. My effort has been into this ministry. I have not given up on this ministry. No matter how many times people don't show up at events, no matter how many times I sit in the VC, I still host the event. Whether it's me playing games or working on something or watching a movie by myself, I'm still there. I'm still putting in the effort. I'm still all in. And the thing is, what does your relationship with God looks like? How much time do you spend with Him? You know, Are you trying to move forward in your relationship, or maybe you're just okay where you're at? Maybe you're too comfortable and you don't want to step out of that comfort zone. Or maybe there might be some repairing to be done. Maybe that creeper decides to blow up your slime, block slime machine. Are you going to repair that or just let that be? If there's some disconnecting with God, is there some disconnection? Or maybe did you walk so far with the path like the Israelites did here? They've been praying for Baal. They prayed for 3 years and nothing happened. No response. No one paid attention. No one answered. And like I said, world can offer you some temporary things. Like some video games. They're temporary. They're fun. Same with movies. They're good to watch. You know, I heard people saying good things about the Lightyear movie. Are people that's looking forward to the new Thor movie, even. You know. But the thing is, once you watch that movie, it's over. Like, do you know how many people were so happy to see No Way Home, including myself? Like, I was so happy, but once I saw it, I saw it. It was temporary. I was happy in that moment to finally watch it. But the thing is, Jesus can give you something to last forever. Not No Way Home, not video games, not alcohol, not drugs. He can. He did everything for us and he hasn't stopped. It's like that Waymaker song. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. That is who he is. He's never left us nor forsake us. And like I said, we're all going to stumble. And like I said, I've been examining my own life because there's times where I feel like I'm not putting my time in. Like it kind of made me feel like the Israelites, going the wrong way, being lukewarm. And like I said, you don't like when stuff is lukewarm. I mean, if I see my girlfriend, let's say the sweet tea is not in the fridge and it's hot, she probably ain't going to drink that. She's probably going to be like, babe, put it in the fridge. Like it says in Revelation 3:16. So because you're lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I'm about to spit you out of my mouth. Hopefully this message meant something to you today. Maybe it helped you to examine your own life and what you're putting your effort into. Because when you're lukewarm, haphazard, people don't want to listen to you. They're going to get on to you. Like if people at work, they'll get on to you. Say, like, you're not doing a good job. You're only halfway doing it. But when they do a good job, they want to praise you. You feel happy about yourself. And you begin to discuss with the boss more, and that's unity, that's friendship, that's something grow because you're all in. That's the same. Jesus died. He died on the cross. But guess what? He didn't stop there. He rose from the grave. Guess what? He didn't stop there. He's still within us, and he's not even done yet. In Jeremiah, it says, "For I have plans for you, to prosper you, not to harm you." Jesus is going to come back. He is. Trust me, he is going to come back. He is going to come back one day. We may not know what time that is. We can look at our invisible clocks, and stuff like that. We don't know when he's come back. The thing is, when we get up to the heaven, no more pain, no more sorrow, no more depression, no more feeling guilty, shame. All of that is poof, gone. And there is a real place called heaven and hell. They're real. They exist. But also free will exists. And you get to choose what path you want to take. I would prefer heaven, but it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. I know some people that don't care religion is on this path. If that's the way they feel, that's the way they feel. Like if they think that they'll get more stuff in hell, like I heard from a Satanist group that there will be like a PlayStation and a big size TV screen in hell. And behold, when I was reading the Bible, I have not seen that in the Bible anywhere. Unless I'm reading it wrong, I have not seen where Satan decides to plug in a TV for me to play Breath of the Wild 2. Okay? I have not seen that in the Bible. But the thing is, you can choose whatever you want to go to. And that's up to you. It's your choice, your decision. You have the free will. You have the free will to watch this. You have the free will to listen to this. You have the free will just to ignore this and just go on with your day. The Bible does discuss free will in Matthew. I don't know how many of y'all seen on Facebook with the red pill and blue pill, those things. If you take the red pill, this is what you get. If you take the blue pill, this is what you get. And you have to choose. And you see comments of what other people are choosing. That's the same thing here. It's your choice of whatever you want to do. So let's go to the Lord and pray. Humbly gracious Father, Lord, I come to your throne. Lord, if we are lukewarm, if we're only halfway putting our effort and time into you, then help us to do that. Maybe there's a disconnecting in my life to you or in our lives. Maybe there's something, maybe we're just too into sin, into that stronghold of addictions. And it's so hard to get out of. Maybe we go to that to the more. Maybe we drink more. smoke more, watch porn more, play video games more. Because I know, and I'm pretty sure maybe people will know, I don't want to make you an idol, Lord. I don't want to put something that's over you. And I'm sure all of us that can at least agree with that. But the thing is, what does our actions say? Rather than just our words. What does my actions say about me and you, Lord? I say these things, and you call us to be doers of your word. But what is my action? Am I playing Skyrim too much? That's over you. Am I playing Phasmophobia too much? That's over you. Am I spending time with girlfriend more than you? I hope that's not the case. And if there is in any of our lives, Lord, help us to repair it. Help us to be able to seek whatever that damage is in our relationship with you. And be able to have time in our busy schedules to set things aside. Even though it could be all good things. Hopefully we can just set it aside just to spend time with you. Whether it's reading a devotion of you or praying to you or listen to a sermon, Lord. Because I know I've been listening to a lot of sermons. And I have been learning and growing. But the thing is, I wonder how much time do I do that? And do time in other things. I don't want you to spit me out of your mouth, Lord. I want to be able to put all of my effort, all of my focus into you. Everything I have into you. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be haphazard in doing things. Like, yes, God, and then halfway doing it. What you call me out to do. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to put my all in. Whatever you ask me, I want to be able to say, I will. Whatever it may be. I want to do it for your glory, for your kingdom. I want to glorify you in everything that I do. I know there will be times where I will get tempted and people will get tempted too. But hopefully we can rise and be able to claim victory in your holy, gracious name. Help us to do that, Lord. Each, every single one of us. And hopefully we open up our hearts to you, Lord. And hopefully we receive this message of whatever we're going to do with this message after tonight. Whether it just be a reminder or I hear it, I'm gone, this sounds false. But hopefully you speak to people tonight because you've been speaking to me about this. And I've been trying to spend time with you, being able to get more people into your kingdom. I have been trying. And then when people don't want to hear that, I do that out of respect, just like you would. So help us with everything. And help us not to be lukewarm. I know it's Holy Ghost name. Amen and amen. Oh, I forgot Ben. I forgot. Let's go to the Lord one more time. Holy gracious Father, Lord, I come to your throne, Lord. Lord, for Ben's legs, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if he's pushing him too far or exercising too much. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he can feel his legs or not. But you are there and you know the whole situation better than me, better than all these people that are listening in. So please be with Ben and his legs. Hopefully you can repair him and make him a man of God to be able to do things for you, to glorify you, Lord. So you are the healer. So heal his legs. Because I know from where I see it, I know you're not done with Ben. That he has a purpose and a plan. that you have for him. And I hope that he pursues it. I really do. And I do always Holy Ghost name. Amen and amen. Thank you for everyone that has shown up. Hopefully this message has speak to you like it did to me. Um, and hopefully, if you have any questions, we'll be going into Discord for fellowship as well. Maybe you have questions. Maybe this was like your first time hearing this. And you're probably like, what is the Bible? Who is Jesus? Is he one of these Marvel superheroes? Should I go to Catholic? Should I go to Pentecostal? Well, there's different translations of the Bible, Hylian. Should I read the ESV version or the NIV? I saw you doing NIV. But I heard people that loves KJV. Yeah, if you have questions like that, don't bother to come into our Discord, and I will help you. I will try to provide you with free resources as well as we have to offer here. If you have questions like that, if you really do. Also, if you would like to donate, this is not an offering. We're not a church. We don't replace a church either. We also recommend people to go and find a church. This is just simply a ministry. This is why I don't do anything during Sundays. Only Sunday nights now. But that's why I don't do anything Sundays, so that people can go to church and have that opportunity. But if you would like to donate, please DM me on Discord. I will give you the information and you will be able to send it to my PayPal if you would like to donate. This is going to go towards the ministry, not to me. I'm not making money off of this, and I don't care to make money. I don't. It's nice, it's temporary, but that money is not going to go with me up to heaven. It's nice, it is, but it can go to like a physical bill, like a physical location where we can all go physically if you would like to donate. Also, this does not end our time here. What we like to do is fellowship in our Discord. We do have count them, two Discord servers. We do have our Christian Discord server. That's where we're going to fellowship in the meantime before movie night, because we do have movie night here in like 28 minutes, I think. 20, 28, 27 minutes. Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. And we'll be watching that in our gaming server, which that is our second link. The reason we have two Discord servers, some of y'all can be really confused. The first one's all Christianity, religious, but for some of y'all that does not care about any of this stuff, and you popped in, and you're like, I don't know, or maybe you're just meh and then you can join our gaming Discord server because it has nothing to do with Christianity. That's the reason why the Discord server is made for people that don't really care about all of this. But it's also there to game as well, and Christians still can join it. But I'm just keeping you in mind that it is kind of a non-Christian server. It has nothing to do with Christian or religious things, and I try to keep it that way. But I hope to see you guys and girls in the Discord server for hanging out before the movie. Like I said, our movie is X-Men Apocalypse. Is it a good movie? I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. But it may be. So we have switched our movie nights to every Friday night at 9 p.m. So hopefully I get to see you guys and girls there. Y'all take care. God bless. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend if I don't see you. We'll be back here streaming Tuesday for podcasts. Other than that, all of our events will be in our Discord server if you want to keep up of where we are on our platform. So, yeah, y'all take care. God bless. And if no one tell you they didn't love you today, I love you. As we're all brothers and sisters in Christ. Y'all take care.